Forsaken, abandoned to the dark, what choice but to follow the flame?
Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 9 of our Drazhoath the Ashen Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, we're going to pick things up where we left off a turn later here outside of the Fortress of Vorag. It is time to start our war against IMRIK in total. We're going to bring Kevin down here in the south to attack Bitter Bay. He cannot quite reach, so we're going to go into... Oh, we can't even raid. How unfortunate. Let's jump into a bit of an encampment stance then, move forward, and allow Drazhoath go on into the Bone Gulch raiding. We'll see if we can't lure IMRIK on out. He may have lost his main army though, because I see nothing. That doesn't mean much, but I see no armies. We should be in the clear. Kevin, let's see if we can grab him in some Wolf Riders just for the turn. They're going to be quite expensive, but I think they're going to be necessary. Let's grab the Archer variant. We'll grab 2 of those guys, and then that'll fill the rest of his army out. It'll bankrupt us as well, but that's fine. Over the Black Fortress, we can upgrade the Gromrill Tip Drill all the way up to maximum, and I think we definitely will. It gives us more armaments a turn, and then 500 raw materials as well, which is going to increase from the 200, so it's more than double. We need a little bit more workload as well, so almost doubling the workload, but also doubling just about everything else that building is actually producing. Our convoy is just 2 turns away from its destination. We're getting there. Slowly and steadily. And then you, good sir, you can keep hanging out with your laborer army for now. We probably want to move over and give him some hobgoblin archers at some point, just so he can actually get some damage in. But for now, we'll just keep this as a heap of laborers. Who hasn't moved though yet? Thunderskull. Move him down a little bit then. He is not as grumpy about not moving. Swing on up to our laborers, see how things are rolling. Looks like we've got a lot of extra over here at the Desolation of Asgore, so let's go ahead and pass some of this off to Nagrund. And then I think over here in the Wolflands as well, I'll just double check. I believe this is the one where we have just a single settlement. Where are my Wolflands at? Oh yeah, they're up here. Okay, so this is the Tower of Gorgoth, Gates of Zar, and Demon Stump. We don't need all that much labor here, so let's pass these guys off on into Zarnagrund as well. That Conclave influence. Move it on upwards. And down at the Plane of Bones, I will go ahead and start accepting in new labor, as we will start putting in some lovely mine shafts in at the Ashridge Mountains as soon as we can. We'll also go ahead and make the Fortress of Vorag our spot that we're going to put in the Ash level, so we can get more Castellans and start actually unlocking some of the Infernal Guard for Drazhoath's army. And we have run into some more Ogre mercenaries. We can use some treasury and gain some more man-eaters, but I think this army is actually looking pretty solid, so we'll go ahead and tell them to get lost. Get out of here, you chunkuses. The northern provinces have confederated with the loyalists. About time. About time. Let's charge on into the Bone Gulch. They have a lovely landmark for us to steal. There's Morella. It would be a decisive victory, but these guys actually have a Star Dragon, so while we will take probably a lot more damage for fighting this one out, let's get in there and do some battle with the Star Dragon before we don't have access to fighting the elves anymore. Quick look at the terrain. Okay, so we have high ground as long as we are up on this position, so we'll definitely want to try to take the high ground on the elves. They have 2 sets of dragon princes. It'll be a fun fight. Let's get to it. Alright then. Let's start our deployment. We'll definitely deploy up on the top of the hill here. Let's go ahead and grab the Skullcracker. Keep it in the back. We can kind of rotate around wherever it needs to. We'll have both the Granite Guard and the Hellblasters on the top portion. Although we kind of want them over where they can fight the Star Dragon. may become more centralized than I initially was going to. So let's go ahead and deploy the blunderbusses off on one side. Dwarf warriors, the blazing beards. Let's have the blazing beards holding in right here. Normal warriors up front. May rotate the line ever so slightly though, so it's not quite as steep. They can rotate as we get closer to the enemy. Our hobgoblin archers are definitely going to lose in a straight up fight with the elven archers there, but they only have, it's like 3 units, so we should be all right. Brains in our way a little bit there, so let's go ahead and group them up. We want to be in it's kind of a clumped up formation, that way the dragon princes are forced in closer than they want to be. We'll have the Iron Demon, the whole team moving out of the forest range there. Fire glaives on this side. They have some line of sight issues because of the hill. Gotta make sure we can shoot everyone the entire time. Keep them entirely pinned down. Alright, then we'll have the magma cannon here. The skullcracker on this side to stop those dragon princes, and then the other Iron Demon here as well. They called you an Iron Demon instead of a magma cannon. Alright, Demon and the boys. Our front line. All of our archers. I guess you can go with the archers since you technically are ranged. Sweet, we'll have the Iron Sword over here to stop anyone from charging in. Castellan holding this side as well. And Drazhoath can do battle with that Star Dragon. Sweet. Everyone is set up and ready to go. May push him a little bit more far forward. Everyone else as well. A little bit further up. These two also rotated more than they currently are. Iron Demon pushing a little bit more forward. Alright, I like it. Well, as I set up, probably deploy a little bit more like this. Split the enemy forces a little bit more. And battle begin. Everyone push forward. Magma Cannon's gonna have really bad shots in the woods there, so we definitely want them out. Drazhoath, you go over here to make sure that dragon doesn't get too close. Iron Demon, hold this position. You go ahead and move up with them. Dwarf Warriors, hold back just to make sure they don't try anything. Magma Cannon, come on out of the woods if you can there. Then everyone else scoot on forward to hold this position. Sweet. You're just outside of the range of all of these archers. I want everyone to get set up before we go ahead and start launching any spells their way. You guys fully take the side there. No one moves up. Direction. Magma Cannon, start ripping shots into the archers, please. We also can summon in those Kadai wherever we want. I'd say this is going to go pretty well. Let's go ahead and drop down. And now he's going to miss it. So let's go ahead and pull back. No reason to take free damage. I'm going to let the archers waste their arrows a little bit there. I guess our Magma Cannon missed the target entirely. Shoot on these guys then since they're standing there doing nothing. Just weaken those archers as they try to come on over. You can also slow them. Slow them and get some more damage in for the fire. Good business. Let's charge in after this Star Dragon here. I'm going to go ahead and activate the Graven Scepter. And then the Dark Subjugation. And then the Shield of Thorns. 20 melee damage coming back. He's going to block. And I will actually Armor of Contempt as well. All the extra buffs down for Drazhoath as he duels the Beastie there. Scoot the rest of you guys forward. Well, not far forward enough where you start getting shot at, but just enough. We can move these Kadai in on this position. Hasn't even lost his barrier just yet. Pull away so he doesn't actually fully take any damage. You start blasting shots into these dragon princes. Kadai are doing good work there. You go ahead and start firing. You as well. Move up and deal with this idiot here. You scoot on around. Castellan, hang in there. Splash bomb the fool. Move on forward. We'll drop down another Ash Storm on this group. Then Flames of Asgore in the middle of them. Pull you on back so you can actually fight with these shotgunners here. Move up. Don't get in each other's way, though. That'd be a real bad call. Nick and Die are doing a real good job stopping them. Shotguns, get ready. Here comes the dragon. And death. Oh, he's actually absorbing that all right. I was just shooting it at the dragon. Dragon Princess, that's why. That's who got deleted first. Oh, the Star Dragon Breath. Rest in peace, the Granite Guards there. Let's launch those grenades at this group next. Burn and Fire. He actually have really decent melee defense. There was always a chance the Star Dragon was going to get good damage on us. We'll Drazhoath away from that. Go ahead and drop down another Ash Storm here. Or you defeating this guy's here. You just fly over the top and deal with these archers. Keep working. Now those Dragon Princes are done. They've seen enough. Fall of the Star Dragon and the death of all their other brethren was all they had the stomach for. And a quick win. Star Dragon Breath hurts, though, as we found out. We'll take the victory, and oh, stacking the settlement gives us 1,000 new labor. I mean, don't mind if we do. Yes, please. Yeah, we lose a little bit of settlement progress, but that's fine. We gain Hashut's Dark Ravagers, which are some elite Bull Centaur renders. We'll definitely be throwing those into Drazhoath's army. We shall occupy this as another outpost. Awesome. Pillage and plunder are the just rewards of victory, or income from stacking settlements. The Plane of Bones has been secured. Awesome. What gear do we have to get for the Dragon Graveyard? Tier 3. Okay. We'll get to it. Start repairing in this settlement here, and then I'd say we go for the strip mine, since we have the labor at the moment. Strip mine it is. We need one more turn before we can put in any other buildings here, although grabbing the guardhouse, probably not a bad idea, or though just the donation barrel for more gold. I'd say we can actually probably pretty well defend this area, since Drazhoath and Kevin are both here, so we'll go ahead and throw in the donation barrel, so we can get more defenses later on. Drazhoath. Yep, let's start working on your actual soldiers now. We'll keep going on the firing drills. And then we'll probably work on the... whichever one increases the Kadai. Hellish Blows there. Increasing the artillery is probably a really good idea too, but I think I want to make this army fully Infernal Guard and Kadai. Make it thematic. So all of the artillery will probably be... well, not all of it, but a lot of it will probably get switched over to other armies. Getting a lot of labor there. Let's go ahead and sacrifice what we can. Let's go ahead and go for the Desolation of Asgore here. And the Wolflands. Almost. We're moving up the Conclave Influence as fast as we can. 1,300 raw materials to use. Let's go ahead and save for the turn here. Although we can upgrade the Darkhold a little bit more. I actually think we want the gold painters in here. Or even more income. More armament production sounds good too, though. Would drop our raw materials by 150. You know what? Let's grab some more armaments here. We'll have a gunsmith, and we can upgrade this one, so we're gaining more materials, and then turning those materials that we do gain back into armaments. We also go ahead and built the demon smithy, so we can actually recruit in some more demon smiths. And we just need to keep saving gold for the marble quarry. We shall get there. I will go ahead and delete this building here once we do have enough. That way we can throw in the room as well. We have all of the landmark buildings and otherwise. Alright, Kevin. Your battle is now. Apparently, we have the Dreadquake over the fortress. Not in the Bitter Bay, though. The Bitter Bay we are going to occupy as a factory for the different option for the port. Yeah, this is just a bunch of spearmen. We'll go ahead and give this one to the auto-resolve. Easy game, easy money. Hobgoblin standard goes out to the Wolf Riders here. Wolf Boys, extra melee defense. And we will go ahead and sack this one as well. Hopefully we have enough movement to turn around. And claim the Bitter Bay as a factory. Which will allow us the extra income from all of our refinery buildings and then more armaments output for the local region as well. If you do it in the outpost, it gives you more growth and replenishment rate. We'll go ahead and repair both of these, as we must. And then for you, Kevin, I think it's a good idea to grab a secondary point into more replenishment. Well, I guess now that you have Gorduz, you do all right. Yeah, never mind. Gorduz is making you healer supreme. We'll go for the Burning Wrath then. Loading Wrath. It'll allow Gorduz to be most of our upgrades at the moment. So we'll go ahead and get him for extra speed. That goes up to almost 30%. Yeah, 30% more speed is incredible. All of our Hobgoblin units, these boys are going to be zooming. 39 now. Quite a bit faster than the Chaos Dwarves, and before they're about the same speed. A little bit faster, but about the same speed. We've got 4,900 gold now. Just enough for the Marble Quarry? Just enough indeed. Sweet. That is going to be a huge extra amount of raw materials there. I am tempted to actually rush that. It would only be 320. You know what? Let's go ahead and throw that in. We have more than enough labor. We could even upgrade this one as well just to make sure things stay safe. 160. Now we'll hold off on that. We'll let that go in probably for one more turn, and maybe we can rush it just for the single amount. Ah, there you are, IMRIK. I was wondering. She's got Dragon Princes. That means IMRIK has probably got a fairly decent army. I can't wait. I'll go ahead and pass out some sacrifices to Zarnagrund at the Plane of Bones, and then we will not take in any new labor here at the Broken Teeth just for now. The Forge has some upgrade options. You know what? Not yet. We want to be able to increase our amount of Infernal Guard as soon as we can. And we'll use our gold next turn on the Disciples of Hashut. Or the Dark Ravagers, rather, of Hashut. Here we'll go for the increased Masterful Architects. Are we building... Do we have any actual gunsmithy anywhere except for going into the Darkhold? Because over here we'll probably switch our items from the Masterful Architects over to the higher quotas. We get more gold, and that is from refinery buildings, which are in factories. Yeah, we've only got the gunsmith here, which would be all right, but we would only get 10% more armaments for now. I think over in... Yeah, we'll save until we hit tier 5, and then we can go ahead and switch it off to the one that gives more gold instead of dropping our construction costs. Fast, take a look at diplomacy.
What?
Plan Moors. Listen, the issue is I can't trust the Skaven at all, and I don't want your corruption
Quick.
at all.
Come.
I will, however, take a non-aggression pact just for some gold, so I can keep him off my back. I can fight him later on. I fully expect Queek to stab us in the back. A lot. That's not worth it for me at all. You get on out of here, buddy.
Child of the
Peace
Night.
for the Blood Guzzlers and the Burning Wind. We can take peace with the Blood Guzzlers.
This conversation only lasts as long as I want it to.
Grimgor's doing alright up there, but if we can peace out with them, it lets them focus on their war with Grimgor so they don't get wiped out, or Grimgor and Goldtooth, they don't get wiped out as easily. Doesn't make Goldtooth irritated with us, though. Are at war with the War Host of Zar as well, which would make Zatan mad. You know what? It's not worth it.
Authority.
Not worth the hassle. We'll zoom our map in. No more Cathayans nearby. I think we'll give you some Ogre Mercs. I'll kick out one of these work laborers here so I don't have to pay for them. I would prefer Hobgoblin Archers before the mercenaries. We'll grab the mercenaries maybe next turn before. Whenever we need an army on the fly there. Well, hello, Krogdar. Bow. The wrath of Lustria is unleashed. Hey, you stay down south, buddy. Okay, he can be coming through the desolation or over across the seas. I mean, I'm concerned, but lizardmen are always pretty weak against artillery, so we'll see what we can do. Oh, the Urson Revivalists are no longer. It took them long enough to be wiped out. So it looks like they are just going to go for a bum rush into our territory to try to do as much damage as they can. It's a fair strategy. Works out quite a bit for them. Let's go ahead and have Kevin sprint on over to the Fortress of Vorag there. Perhaps past it. We'll have Drazhoath. I knew what they were fielding here. It'd be much more. I feel much safer about making that move. IMRIK's army is really not very dangerous. IMRIK himself always is, but his army is just a bunch of archers. He even has his original Sun Dragon, so let's make a bold play. We'll grab Hashut's Dark Ravagers. Gain us some more labor as well. Love to see it. And a Bones of the Maw. Oh, you get Fire Breath. Ooh. Armor and Fire Breath. We may give that to you then, Belial. Probably gonna need it. Extra armor and Fire Breath. Yeah. Our Convoy Master doesn't need anything like that. Shield of Tolos as well. Just missing an enchanted item. Alright then, can we make it to IMRIK? See, the other thing is if he turns and runs, we are in a really bad spot. We'll be attacked by all three armies for sure. I am very happy he doesn't have any artillery in this force, so let's move on over and do what we can. Well, I just noticed it's opened up a lot of options in here for the Tower of Tsar. Is it wanting me to usurp seats? Yeah, it definitely is. I'm real sad no one's grabbing this Cardinal Demon Smithy. We need the extra research. I'm not doing it. That's up to you guys. Alright, Drazhoath. Let's see what we got. We'll have 4% more movement, so as long as he doesn't turn and run, we should be fine. Listen, AI. If you turn and run, I'll be real happy. Do it. Near him. Comes the Angry Bull. That's absolutely nonsense. Okay. I mean, we knew it was going to happen, right? So Drazhoath's about to get jumped by 3 armies at the same time.
This is absurd.
Luckily, none of them are recruiting, but that is as silly as it comes. Normally, IMRIK would stand in and fight every single time there. All right, let's go ahead and recruit in. I love the Ash level. We're going to have to work on that at next turn, probably. We'll have some good fights here coming up. Or some very lopsided fights. We'll find out. Let's throw in the Weapons Workshop here, as well as the Tools Manufactory, so more output, and then we'll be making more armaments as well. We're starting to finally get a nice handle on our resources. We just have this one stop block on our way, you rascal. Lord not move, just run dash. Keep scooting you around. Can I put you in a march stance so you get extra like, conditioning for walking around? That'd be great. Our Convoy Overseer, let's go ahead and make sure we have... Honestly, I think we go for the Inspiring Presence now. Until he has some of those others unlocked. We'll keep saving our other resources there, and... oh, hang on, let's grab our Demon Smith Sorcerer where we can, so we can start bringing him over. Or at least know how much he costs. 1,000. Okay. Star Chaz. The Unbreakable. Well, you know we're naming him to Star Chad. Alright. That's going to be our first pick, or even if we have to rename someone. That's a fantastic name. I'm inspired. Bring it on, elves. Alright, well, absolute worst case scenario. IMRIK has come on over and attacked us with apparently 1, 2, 3 other armies. They've got some eagles in there. Those great eagles with not all that great melee stats. They've got some pretty high weapon strength. They're pretty decent at getting through and jumping on, especially any of our different artillery pieces will have a really hard time against the eagles. This is going to be a rough fight. If we pull on away, though, we will have I think we'll actually have a much worse time because they should be able to chase us, and if we aren't able to retreat at all, if we see the battle going bad, we'll definitely want to retreat, but if we are unable to pull back, we would lose everyone if we retreated now. So let's take a quick look at the map. This is going to be rough. If you would have just stayed in and fought like a normal prideful high elf instead of like a Skaven. Alright then, since we are at such a disadvantage in both numbers and missile troops, since our guys have almost no armor, they die in almost pretty much a single volley, and they have 50 less range than the high elf archers. You can just kind of stand back and rain shots at us no matter where. Let's go ahead and set up. That's a tough call. Where do we set up? The map formation on this one's a little bit different to kind of stop you from actually corner camping, unless you want to go all the way back to the back there, which play back to this corner, but the trees are just in the way to cause us some trouble for any of our archer teams there. Terrain's really bad for any of our gun line. This one's gonna be rough. Set up over on the side here. I think it's probably our best call. Alright, let's grab all of the Hobgoblin archers. They're going to go in the back. Obviously, we can't deploy that far back. They're going to go in the back. We will group them up as much as we can. We'll just use them, for the most part, to pick apart IMRIK or any of those Eagles when they get a little bit closer. We'll have the Granite Guard and the Hellblasters front here. We're going to go for a bit of a diamond formation, so the not as important Dobby Warriors in the center. The Castellan will hold the ground with him. Leave the center of that line with his anti-large. And the flashbang giving all these guys a little bit of a better fighting chance if IMRIK does close that gap. We'll have you guys in the back, ready to engage anyone that gets too close. But we kind of want to keep them away from the water. So you know what? Let's keep them on this side. And we'll have you, the Shoots Dark Ravagers, hiding in the woods. Skullcracker can be on this side as well, since there's the water. People have a harder time getting away from it. Throw in the Iron Demon on this side with the gun. Shotgun teams on either side so they can fire down the line nice and easily. Let's have the... we want our rifles at. Probably over on the flat ground, or so they can actually fire uphill. Either way, they'll have a better line of sight on the enemy as they come over the ridge line. Their archers are definitely going to have a bit of advantage, just due to the overall terrain. We need line of sight, whereas they do not. Okay, where do we want our magma cannon? Probably fully in the back. We want it kind of pretty far back, but it'll also be our main source of eliminating the different archer teams as they come on in. Blazing Beards, I want you guys. Who do I want you guys? Maybe they can hold this position as well. Push you two forward. Hobgoblin units. You guys can be behind. Magma cannon. And then if they try to flank, we can kind of buckle the line a little bit. This is going to be hard no matter what here. All the archers together, we'll go ahead and have you with the archers there, Magma cannon. All of the infantry and the Dark Ravagers. And everyone else. Alright. Let's put you on... No, we'll keep you on the mode you're at. It will for sure send their Dragon Princes off to the flanks. We'll use them to Granite Guard and the Iron Demon to tear them apart before they get in too close. Alright then. Get this battle started. Everyone but Drazhoath, let's go ahead and pull back. Or can we pull back before it starts crumping the line up? We may need to move kind of with the trees, though, to keep them from firing back on us. Yeah, let's move into about here. Scoot back pretty quickly there. And actually, Drazhoath, move quick. They are all clumped up. We can go ahead and hit them with the Flames of Asgore if we are fast here. We can eliminate a whole bunch of archers all at once. Come on, buddy. Gotta get a lot closer than that. we are going to harass them for a moment, but if we eliminate too many units, we'll have a lot more coming in on us. Yeah, no, stand all back there together. Perfect idea. We're almost close enough. Reinforcements are almost here. You guys get moving. Move, move, move. We've got our Kadai and our Armor of Contempt. We have to make every single ability count. We need to rout off a lot of enemies all at the same time here. So let's go ahead and go for the Ash Storm in the center of this. And then I am going to overcast Flames of Asgore. We're going to go for a real big gambling play here. Alright, more archers, the better. Drop it in here. They may be able to move out of the way, but we'll see. Volcano erupts. It does a lot of damage. Go ahead and throw it one of the triple vortexes in as well. Now, pull back. You get lots of extra damage as those things swirl on through the line. In on the Ash Storm as well. And actually not all that much. Pull you guys on away. Looks like the Fire Dragon wouldn't mind fighting. I'm happy to do battle as long as we're a little bit closer to our lines. Come on, Drazhoath, let's come on back just a bit there. We scared off, looks like only one unit of archers. But we did manage to draw them over. IMRIK can heal, so we have to keep that in mind. They're kind of all sticking together. If IMRIK runs on over, let's hit him with an Ash Storm and then hit him with all of the archers at the same time. He's sprinting pretty quick. Leaving the rest of his army behind, Anakin style. Happy to see it. Let's save our magic and we can dunk on IMRIK here. Brave and foolish. Love to see it. Let's get you guys rotated so you can actually fire on things coming up on us on the flank there. Blunderbusses, you actually keep rotated so you can fire on IMRIK as he charges in. He's almost here. How close to the archers can start firing? Hit him with an Ash Storm in... How close? Almost. Almost. And go. All of the archers. Pick target. Hit him with a flashbang as well. Slow him down to as far as he can. Eliminate this man now. Magma Cannon, that's a bad target. You stop for a second. Get him. Slay the fool. Jump into melee with him. You got the fire damage. I should have dropped it closer so we could actually kept the extra damage on. Pull you guys back so you're not taking friendly fire. And you guys should blast away at him. The rest of the army's on the way, but IMRIK is a darn fool. No, let's not drop his leadership at all, but I will get some extra damage to kind of try to work through his Armor of Calidor. Rip shots, don't waste any time. There we go. I don't care about the friendly fire. There we go, IMRIK is gone, he's broken. I care absolutely zero for the friendly fire there. Wonderful, IMRIK is dead. That is a perfect start to the battle, and one I'm surprised we got, honestly. While acting very intelligent, he also just threw his life away. Such is the way. Take a gift. Start moving on over now. We've got plenty of magic left to finish off this battle. The Doom Train. Let's go ahead and pull everyone back just a little bit further. Archers, get you guys set up in the center. Get you guys up a little bit as well. Get shot at by a bunch of fellas there. Let's go ahead and pull around. We can scare off a few more of these archer teams. Let's drop down. Love to go for another Flames of Asgore here. They're moving pretty quick at the moment, though, so we might want to wait. Might want to wait. Not as big of a clump as they were before. Let's try to go for a flaming breath on these spearmen, though. Keep an eye on everything out here. Turn you guys to help out with the dragon. Let's start moving forward so you can actually start getting some shots on the dragon. This guy was the ones that were meant to be in the front. Skullcracker, come on out. You guys have a very important job. Actually, Drazhoath, you go ahead and chase off this Great Eagle. Please and thank you. Alright, the archers are starting to be able to fire on us. Don't like to see it. Should be able to actually land that Flames of Asgore just fine. Pull on away so you're not taking as much range damage there. Keep the shots tearing in. If you guys want to fight, so be it. Rotate the blunderbusses. Let's get everyone ready for the sheer volley of arrow fire that's about to be approaching. Pain train blasting over here. We need to get as much Armor of Contempt as we can. Come on, let me hit absolutely everyone here. Perfect. We'll summon in a unit of Kadai in the back to stop these archers. Alright, Drazhoath, let's go ahead and drop the leadership and melee defense. Or not. Let's actually get some fire weakness on all of these lads moving in. Please cast it where I ask. Here comes some metal spells of their own. That's going to hurt quite badly. Everyone coming into the firestorm is going to have a really bad time. Alright, those units are gone. Let's go ahead and get you over here and eliminating these mages in the back line. You as well, Ravagers, get in there. With your blades. Give them a hug. Magmakin, we'll put you on fire at will as well. Go ahead and start firing. Let's pull the train through. Chop up these Dragon Princes. We go for a flashbang on all these units here. Where are you guys going? You were talking all that good smack a second ago. Let's drop in the Flames of Asgore. Pull them back through. Start chopping on any of these other units they can find. Michaela's not worth your time. Damage, that's right. You want any flame resistance in here? Probably not. Probably not. Slow and steady. Bring the Skullcracker in to these archers over here on the other side. Help out with those archers. Get you guys shotguns. Maybe not blasting apart our own Tsar warriors there. Pull back a little bit. No reason to get overextended. Those Dragon Princes are fleeing. Let's get refocused. We're finishing off other targets there. Drazhoath, let's go ahead and hit the Raven Scepter. Let's get away from the white lions that are surrounding you there. Pull the train back. Launching shots. You can actually launch some fire breath at them as well. Get these guys that are running up on you. Pull back there so you can get your armor working on normal units. Magmakin is moving up for some reason. Just start shooting at whoever you can there. Hobgoblin archers, let's go ahead and fire on these spearmen. You guys move up. Blunderbusses, you help out. Rifles, we need you. These archers moved out too far. Drazhoath, let's pull you out of this fight. Armor of Contempt for all the lads up front here. Yeah, all the lads up front. That's who really needs it. Infernal Guard, go all the way back. Blazing Beards as well. You get some shots in on the side. Drazhoath, we can go for another Flames of Asgore. There's a lovely target around our Disciples of Ashut who need to flee. Use that mass to get out of that fight. Earth is erupting around you. And killing many. Let's pull them on behind our lines. You were way too close. Let's scoot you on over so you can get some more shots in on useful targets there. Our snipers are way far up. I mean, they're doing fine for themselves, but it's not where they should be. Drop down some extra fire damage resistance. Drop up these spearmen. Let's pull the Iron Demon away. Having a little bit of trouble there. Bring the bulls back as well. Yeah, you guys are standing in each other's way. That's causing all sorts of problems for you. Let's go for a flashbang on all these units, these white lions that are fleeing. Now we'll go for... I need to pull away. Need another Flames of Asgore. Oh, ask and ye shall receive. Blast those archers next. Let's go ahead and charge. Well, let's pull back and regroup. I am very surprised their leadership is still holding. We've got a few lords left, so we gotta play this smart. You keep hitting shots where you can there, move forward. We need the Ravagers to get in behind. You can kind of fly over the top. That would be great. Immortals are winning their fight with the White Lions. Getting shot at by all of the archers there. They've got a pretty good aim. Got some eruption in there. Hellforce is a huge target, unfortunately. Alright, pretty good damage there on all those archers. Go ahead and drop another Ash Storm down. I wish it would drop their accuracy as well. That'd be pretty awesome. Blazing Beards move on forward. Keep eliminating these archer teams. Armor of Contempt for all these lads here. Drop on down. Elite. I think we've got him. Really good shot from the Iron Demon. Michaela's about to be brought down. Let's pull you away though. You're getting jumped by a bunch of heroes all at the same time. Oh, never mind. They just broke. They broke last second. There's the victory. Wow, quite the fight. We have a lot of elves to chase down, and so incredibly surprised we managed to pull this one off. A Pyrrhic victory indeed. All of our soldiers managed to make it on through with nary a scratch. Almost 1,062 kills going to Drazhoath. Yeah, the Flames of Asgore was a huge carry there for that battle. Well done indeed, lads. We will go ahead and... I think we'll just go for the extra transport of the labor. 582. Knife ears work hard. We will dominate all, including you, young son. She wants peace. Willing to bribe me for it, huh? Worried about Nakai. That makes sense. I say no. Your caravans are too juicy. You become Dragon Slayers here. Were dragons. A +8 to our bonus V large, and then more fire resistance. I mean, what are you up to now, Drazhoath, on your fire resistance, buddy? 60%? We laugh at flame. How much more? We only have the 6 bonus V large that we gained for that, for the 8. That's fine. It's more than 0. Alright then, Drazhoath, let's go ahead and jump in here and give you... I think I know. I immediately am not sure. Upgrading the Kadai's weapon strength would be real great. Black Shard Bulwark gives them more armor and melee attack. Actually, that's not all that insane. What about later on here? Lucky Lackeys, that's for the other fools. There we go. More melee defense and spell resistance. This one's alright. Martial military. First one, though, I don't care so much about the Black Shard Bulwark. We're going to go for the Hellish Blows once we do have some more Kadai in the army. We have none yet, so it's not really worth going for. In the meantime, we'll grab the We Are Legion, or maybe... Let's go for Unyielding Command. Unyielding Command, and then hard to hit so we can stay in melee a little bit more, or more speed? Let's make him faster. I don't want him caught ever. Belial, you absolute champion. Let's go ahead and give you always ready, and then restock would be great. We haven't actually had a moment where we've run out of ammo, though, so let's go ahead and just give him Scarred Veteran for more health. I mean, we have what we need to keep pushing this advance. I kind of want to pull back and do some replenishing, though, after we steal some more labor. Kevin, we need you to sub in while the boss kind of takes a break. Ash Ridge Mountain and ambush stance. We'll just walk over in normal then. Not cause any issues. Yes, all of that. They're not recruiting any at all. IMRIK might be... He was dead. Never mind. What am I talking about? IMRIK fell in combat. This will take only a little bit of our movement. You know what? Let's eliminate as many of these armies as we can. We'll let Kevin kind of mop up behind. Decisive victory with low casualties. Let's just see how low you're talking. Be nice. Hey, not bad. 159 lost. You shall be missed. Oh, our Iron Demon nearly fell, though, so we want to keep an eye on it. Let's go for 85 labor. Is not all that useful. Let's go for the conscription this time. This time. We become an annihilator of the Asur, and the red glow of 1,000 diabolical furnaces intensifies, symbolizing the Chaos Dwarves' growing industrial might. More gold, more armaments. Here's the army that's going to come on over and face us.
This is absurd. Never.
Okay, so what I think we want to do, I mean, we could claim some pit. Only issue being... Yeah, we need to turn around and deal with this army. Decisive win, don't kill my train. Don't do it. And they're really toying with trying to murder my train. We'll go ahead and transport these captives back. 26 labor is 26 labor. Traders have excelled themselves. Overabundance of quality building materials has appeared on the market, reducing construction costs. Appeared on the market or snatched? Strategically relocated. Jump into a march stance. Get into friendly territory right here next to Kevin. Fought hard, Drazhoath. You definitely need some replenishment. And actually, we'll grab Gordoz here and have him replenish troops for a turn. It looks nice. And we can give... We want to give the Chaos Dwarf Warriors over? I don't think so. We'll leave Kevin where he's at. Drazhoath, give him another skill point. Let's go for the Expeditious Endeavor, and then we'll go for Deadly Onslaught, finish him off with his extra combat stats. 8,000 gold's looking pretty good, though. I think we do want to go ahead and finally upgrade the Crookback Mountain so we can get in the... What's the building I'm thinking of? The Iron Mine here. Yeah, that one's going to give us 250 armaments for a cost of 300 raw materials. I don't mind that at all. And once we have stockpiling research, we can get even more armaments in this certain region here. We may want to go ahead and convert some of these others over into factories. That way we can actually get more armaments. So actually, both of these may eventually be go ahead and transferred over to factories for that sheer amount of armaments output that we could take on out. Same thing over here. Where are we at? With... Where's my marble camp? There it is. Same thing over here with Black Fortress. I may want to convert the... I mean, it's too late now, but I was going to want to convert the Darkhold into a... what do I think? Into an outpost as well. That way we could get maximized amount of income coming on back in for us. We have a lot of raw materials. We're going to go ahead and delete this building here. We have room for the Karoom. Oh, the Dreadquake Mega Mortar. I mean, we don't need it, but it would make sure that the caravans of Cathay never escape. Let's hold off just for a moment. I do want to maximize Black Fortress with the Tower of Hashut. It's going to take 9 turns. We'll just see about that in a moment. For our labor economy. We have lots of lads we can send on back to Zarna Grunt. Let's do it once and then twice there to make sure we have Conclave seat this turn. Someone wants to spend some gold usurping me, fine. Let me just, this one's finished up. Let's go ahead and go into... Let's go for the conscriptor. Getting a bonus to our melee or missile infantry units every 4 turns. We get one of them at random, but that way we don't have to spend our armaments on it. Sweet. Okay, we'll roll ahead and grab our next technology then. Saving up for the Industrial Revolution, probably a good idea. Moving up towards industrial security too. Cargo capacity doesn't really matter all that much to me. Trade tariffs. We're about to have a lot of extra trade coming in as well, so maybe not a bad idea. Well, now that we can recruit these guys, let's go for Future of the Dawizar up to finest leaders. Make sure our heroes are looking real spicy. Then we can get ourselves a Prophet Overseer here, a Demon Smith Sorcerer. Combine 2 of different Lord types there to create a new hero. Extravagant. Star Chaz the Corrupt. I'm going to name someone Star Chad probably anyway because that's the greatest name. Fanatical. He's really good at intercepting people. 200% extra. Compulsive sounds great too. Extra post-battle loot. I'm going to go for the Exiled here, even though he is a fire sorcerer. We'll grab the Exiled one for the extra research rate. Welcome Sundrims. That's an alright name too. Quick jump cut, dirtled on about a bunch of nothing there for far too long. Let's get back to figuring out what we are going to build next. I think over at the Fortress of Vorag, and I don't think, we're definitely going to go ahead and throw in the Ash level so I can get in some of the Infernal Guard sooner rather than later. I think at the Bone Gulch we'll take this thing up to tier 2. Which means we're not going to be able to use the prototype Mega Mortar, but that's okay. We'll get him in eventually. Oh, never mind, I'm wrong. Just need 4,000. Do we go for more raw materials? We can turn Mount Silver Spear into something that gives us some more marble. And that sounds like a really good idea. In fact, we'll probably do this, turn this into a marble camp, and maybe go for a factory. Let's go ahead and switch. Or not. Indecision is striking hard. Yeah, let's upgrade Mount Silver Spear. We'll save, I mean, obviously not save, but we'll upgrade Mount Silver Spear so we can go for the marble camp and just get even more raw materials coming on in. That way we can start really pumping out the armaments with some of these other buildings here. The gunsmith. Alright. He hasn't moved at all, so let's go ahead and pull you down. You'll have Sundrims joining your army to help out with the fans. Then we'll send the other one that's not about research rate, post-battle loot, over to join Drazhoath to help keep our war machines here all healed up. We shall skip on through. We have a caravan dispatch available, but we don't have any gold to send on out, and I don't want to spend my armament, so we shall pass. Lovely. Disciples of Hashut have claimed a Tower of Azar's seat. I'm glad we decided to do that last turn. Which one did they grab? They grabbed the Expounder General, giving them more Conclave influence per turn for every factory settlement, which is going to give them even more influence, but that's fine. We have our own sources coming on in. Heroes are surrounding us, being extremely obnoxious. It shall not work. We'll jump into a raiding stance, jump into their territory, and then we are out of time for today. I have been Space Wars Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub thumb, and I will see you on the next one.